So we've got this nice little park here. Pickleball court, basketball court, tennis court. And it's county property, but they expect the neighbors to maintain it. So there isn't any money for maintenance. So that's what I'm doing. I'm knocking down the dandelions with my little weed whacker. Love those battery powered weed whackers. That's an 18 volt and it works really well. So it's these last days of summer, we're now into September, that are so great. This is my favorite time of the year. Why would anybody maintain county property when we pay taxes for somebody to do that? Well, it's decisions the county makes. They've decided they need to put their funds into acquiring parklands rather than necessarily maintaining what they have. So we have a variety of parks that are more trails. They're old logging properties, and they then get trail groups involved who then do the maintenance of those trails. And that's actually worked out pretty well. For other kind of urban parks like this one, it's dependent on the neighbors doing it. And I'm not really a neighbor in this park. I mean, I'm about half a mile away. But it's my community, and I just have a sense of ownership about it. So I just had a hankering to be out mowing today. So I mowed the sides of the main road that are within a couple blocks of my street, and because the county's just not getting out there. There's still a labor shortage or a job shortage or a great resignation or whatever the hell it is. So, yeah. So, what we do is we do a little weed whacking. I love this electric because it's only on when you need it. And even then it's quieter. And, you know, it's all, our energy is mostly hydro. So it's pretty renewable. And I'm invested in this Ryobi 18 volt system anyway. So I picked this little weed whacker up for $50 around Christmas. It was in the closeout aisle, but it has been awesome. So I'm kind of a believer in electric tools. But anyway, I wanted to talk about service, because that's kind of the category of, you know, the community stepping in and doing stuff. That's kind of the category that it seems to fall under. And I think, I mean, I volunteer with the fire department, I volunteer with our kind of town board, if you will. We're not a town, so, but it's a monthly meeting of interested people to work with the county. So, yeah, anyway, it's good. So I did the sides of my street with the brush mower. And, you know, it feels good. Yeah, the county should be doing that, I agree. But they're not, so somebody better. The weeds are just getting out of control, the dandelions, and, you know, so somebody's got to do it. So who's that going to be? In my experience with volunteers, volunteers need to be needed or they don't volunteer. And so there's another guy in this neighborhood who will mow this little park. Good guy, but he's real busy. So I just was down here. I thought, I'm going to knock those dandelions down. So, but service, yeah, it's good for keeping the community looking nice and stuff. But really, service is about doing something for yourself. You know, it's good for you. And it feels good to do it. So that is reward enough. So in a way, it's kind of a selfish act. People who don't do it, I think, don't realize how good it feels to do it. And yeah, they just don't take the time to do it. So give it a try. See how it feels. It feels good. So it's not some selfless Buddhist act. It has benefits all the way around. So, yeah. I wish we had more of a sense of that, that people would hop in a little sooner. I think that would be pretty cool. But, oh well. If you ask them, a lot of times they'll just hop in and do it. And once they've done it, they kind of see how it feels, and it's good. So, blackberry season, I see a number of, that's about a gallon of blackberries there at least. So I may be back and pick some blackberries for the freezer. Yeah, that's always good. Anyway, I hadn't made a video for a while, so I thought, what the heck. But service, yeah, that's something that I wish we were more interested in, or it was just more part of the culture. I think it'd just do everybody good. So, yeah. But you can't make people do it. I mean, you can hire, homeless folks or whatever, but that's a lot of administration, a lot of bureaucracy. So if everybody would just take responsibility for their street, and if there's a park there, make sure it's spruced up, and if somebody's doing stuff they shouldn't there, like selling drugs, well, let the police know. Yeah, it just seems so simple to me. But maybe that's a different generation. I don't know. And nothing goes better with service than a pipe, especially outdoor service like mowing or brush whacking or whatever you want to call it. And this thing is just a totally residential plasticky little weed whacker. But it has a 3-year warranty. So I figure if it breaks, I'll be able to get it fixed or whatever. And it's great. It works great for this. And I did the whole thing on one battery, and I still have some battery left. So, yeah, it's good. There's some stuff over here I should get. Oh well. Okay. So think about integrating your pipe smoking into your good deeds for the community, and don't ever expect to get thanked or anything for it either. I was driving down one of our local roads, and there was this older couple picking up litter alongside the road. It's like, how awesome is that? So they definitely have the right attitude about it. September days.